Make it a space that you are excited to be in and want to be in. Make it a place that's gonna be the new Dynamo hangout of your friend group. Welcome back, Dynamos. I am so excited you're here. And before we get into the video, I wanted to say I'm just literally so excited. I just got out of a meeting with my perfume people and the launch is coming up so super soon. Basically, just stay updated on my Instagram and my TikTok. There they are. I'll be posting all my updates to there. You will have like basically 3 different options to purchase the perfume and I am so excited about it. Either way, you're going to get 6 scents. The perfume is cruelty-free, ethically made, it's very sustainable and super high quality. It is a bit pricey, but honestly, for perfume, it's not that bad, especially since you get basically 6 scents. It comes with 3. You can layer them on top of each other. So basically you can make 6 different scents all together. I cannot believe this is real. Anyways, getting into the video. As you already know, probably from my last video, and you can kind of see a little bit of my Grecian setup right now. This is going to be a room tour plus how to mia-ify your room. This doesn't necessarily specifically apply to a bedroom. It can be really any space that you want to make a little more Mamma Mia-esque. First, I'm gonna do a little room tour for you, and then we will jump into the how-to. So as you can see, honestly, it's very similar to the room that I had before, in my hometown. That's basically because I brought all of the same decorations. I knew what I wanted because I've been through this process before. So I'm your Mamma Mia room expert. The first thing you're going to want to do, and I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. A lot of you Dynamos will already probably guess this because I know you're very Pinterest board-esque. But the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make a mood board or a Pinterest board. Lucky for you, I have one. I have a couple, actually. I have just a Mamma Mia vibes one, which you can get quite a lot of inspo for. And I have one specifically for this bedroom. It's gonna be very important for you to make a Pinterest board, mood board, because that's basically your drafting and brainstorming stage. I bet you can find pretty much anything you're looking for on Pinterest. And the beauty of it is you can take them off. If you decide you don't like it in your board, or like one of the pictures doesn't quite fit the vibe of the whole board, you can take it off. What I love about Pinterest now is you can create a board, and within that board you can create like subboards. For example, the biggest board that I have these little subcategories in is my wedding Pinterest board. I have the whole Pinterest board for the wedding, and then I have all the subcategories like bridesmaids, food, decor, everything. So you can totally do that within your own room inspo Pinterest board if you want it as well. Another thing that goes along with this is finding a color palette. I will put a couple color palettes here for you. These are very Mamma Mia beachy, and I really just looked up pretty color palettes like into Google, or 70s retro color palettes, Mamma Mia color palettes. Believe it or not, there are quite a few Mamma Mamma Mia color palettes. Like this one is very much like Donna's bedroom color palette, which I love. It's very 70s hippie, but then this one is more of like the Mamma Mia aesthetic. More blues, ocean, creams and yellows, which is honestly, I think what my room color palette is. I'd say my room color palette is kind of like a mix of these. This is very important for when you're finding decor or like bed sheets, your bed sets, tapestries, any other wall decor that you want to just help bring it all together. I know you guys are dynamos on a budget. This is going to help you save tons of money because you can easily spend a bunch of money on revamping your whole room. Once you have your board and an idea of what you want to do with your room, look at what you already have, find ways that you can upcycle it and incorporate it into your new room. For example, I had a bunch of records. Even if you already have records but you're like, they don't suit my needs anymore, you can just paint over them. Any base color really, and then just paint over it. Make your own. Also, keep an eye on my Etsy because I will be having more of these. Specifically this Grecian record. It's going to be coming back into the Etsy shop soon. Keep a lookout. Link is in the description. Just look through all the stuff you already have and see how you can revamp it or incorporate it into your room. Another thing that's really important is you want to keep your own vibe and aesthetic. You don't necessarily have to. You can totally just copy and paste somebody else's thing, but I found that I am more satisfied with my rooms and creations when it still has a good piece of my aesthetic. This room is very Mamma Mia Grecian, but it is still very me. It's not a super fancy type of Grecian. It's not like super casual, not really boho extreme or super hippie. It's like a perfect medium that I identify with myself. So it's important to keep your vibe too. And sometimes that takes a lot of trial and error to kind of figure out. It definitely did for me. It took a couple dorm rooms and moving around my own room back at home to really figure out what it was. So be patient with yourself. You will have a beautiful room and you will love it. Going off of staying on a budget and incorporating with what you already have, find one or two staples. For example, for me, one of my staples was foliage. I knew I wanted foliage in my room, but that wasn't something I could like really easily create. So that was something that I was going to purchase. It was going to be one of my big purchases for my room. Another thing is I wanted a disco ball plant holder. And so I invested money in that, and that was another staple. Another example of like a good staple that you can have for your room is like a tapestry, an accent chair, accent furniture in your room, wall decor. Find like specific things that you know you can't create and you want to spend good money on to create your room and make it what it is. And then anything else, just get creative with it. Look into people who are getting rid of their stuff, like on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, honestly maybe even Instagram, but just look up things for sale. You don't have to buy new things, especially if you're like me and like you like that kind of used, worn, antique, boho, that's a lot of adjectives kind of look. Find a few staples and then get creative with the rest. Another good thing to keep it your own vibe is photos. As you can see on my door, I have all of my photos basically. What I love about them is I edited them with like the same preset so that they all flow together and they all have the same like vibe and feel to it. So they're all very smooth together no matter where I put them, and that's very important. Making your room your own is definitely going to happen through pictures or any sort of momentum, like if you have school playbills or something like that. But pictures are a really good way. I know photo walls are very popular right now. I definitely had so many photo walls in my previous rooms, and this time I didn't really have a good place for it on my wall, so I put it on my door, which I really like. It just like gets me so excited and in a great mood to come into my room every single time. But on the topic of filters and presets, you can purchase one or both of my presets for Lightroom, and you can apply it to any of your photos and it gives it a beautiful clean look. I use them on my Instagram. It makes a really clean feed. That's just a way that I can bring joy into my life, especially with how toxic social media is lately. Emily Stevens, love of my life, literally talked about that in her How I Edit My Photos video. But if you're interested in that, there will be a link in the description to my Etsy and you can find them on there. Lastly, what you can do to Mamma Mia-ify your room is overall, no matter how it looks, just make it a place that you are proud to be in and proud to show your friends. That is the most Mamma Mia thing you can do. The most dynamo energy is being proud of the room you have created, because most of you, if you're like me, will put a lot of effort into wanting it to look good, wanting it to look aesthetic. That's just a way that it brings me joy. And it also, I have found, encourages me to clean my room so things stay more spotless than usual if it's a room I enjoy and love to be in. Make it a space that you are excited to be in and want to be in. Make it a place that's gonna be the new Dynamo hangout of your friend group. Anyways, that was it for this video. All of my socials are in the description so you can stay in touch with me, stay updated on my perfume and all of the other exciting things that are happening soon. Make sure to follow my TikTok and Instagram if you are not already. Same with my Snapchat. I post multiple times a day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, life, day, wherever you are right now. And I will see you next Tuesday. Bye, Dynamos!